We're at Gay Parita in Missouri, and this takes you back to the mid-30s to early 60s. They have all kinds of memorabilia, and this is all original stuff. It's not something that is just made up. So I'm going to take you through and show you everything that I can get on film. This is called Gay Parita. I think that name was reasonably common back in the 30s. Look at this thing. That's good. Tell us a little bit about the history of the place and up to today.
Well, this was a cattle ranch starting way back when, probably late 1800s, right up through 1926. This was an active cattle ranch. Fred and Gay Mason had a grain and feed store, and that was their primary business out here then. In 1926, they caught wind that 66 is coming through, and they were in the right place at the right time.
Oh, no kidding.
So they built the garage and the gas station.
We're in the garage right now, and you can see all this stuff. There's even a telephone booth right here. A case filled with Coca-Cola bottles, and some real old ones that I recognize from when I was young. Well, Coca-Cola coolers, and just every kind of thing you can think of here. Budweiser, 15 cents. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Mountain Dew, RC Cola, Grapette. That takes me back a ways. I'm sure it does you too, for us older guys and girls. Look at this old Ford truck. It's just the front end of it, but it's quite amazing that it's in this good a shape. Old license plates. I mean, there's everything you can imagine in here from the old days. I just realized I thought that was a Schwinn, but I guess it's called Skyrider. I don't remember that one. Just amazing. Look at all those pictures and all the memorabilia. Get your kicks on Route 66. Want to listen to the latest radio? Just tune in using knobs and dials like the old days. It wasn't that long ago when you bought cans of oil that looked just like that. Filling station. I remember my dad talking to the guys while they were filling it up, and they would pump that up to the gallons that he needed and then just let it physically, or by gravity, drain into his gas tank.
They also had 3 cabins, more properly would have been called motor courts.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
And they made enough revenue off of that. By 1930, they was able to build the house up there.
I'll be darned. We're walking through the tunnel of flowers. What a place. What a place.
Their heyday would have been 1926 through 1955.
I see.
Miss Gay Mason died in 1953.
Oh.
That same year there was a fire and destroyed the original station. Fred Mason rebuilt it, and in another 2 years, sadly, he had another fire and he said, "I'm done." Mr. Mason passed in 1960. and Barbara's extended family purchased this property after his death. Her father, Gary, was a truck driver, and while he's driving, he collected things. And ultimately, when he was able to, he started to put all of this back together to preserve history. And Gary, of course, promoted this in all of Route 66 for many years. He was known as the ambassador of Route 66. And that's how all these folks know this little spot is here. Sadly, we lost Gary and Miss Lena more than 10 years ago.
Oh, gee.
So Barbara, his youngest daughter, and I bought this to preserve her father's work. And we added our collection to his collection.
Well, I tell you, it's a fantastic place. Like I said, it's like walking back in time. And I remember the times when my dad would take us on trips and we'd stay in those motor courts. I remember one time we went past one that said refrigerated rooms.
Sure.
My sister and I wanted to stay in a refrigerated room. We had no idea that it was really just air conditioning. We thought you just opened the refrigerator and it got cool in there. And but my dad never would spring for that. He was so this is memory that I have from the old days, and want to thank you guys for keeping that memory going. Thanks again.
Thank you, Jack.
Look at this old truck. That's pretty neat. Water pump from a well, probably. And here's a real unique way to go back in time. I don't know what that is. Looks like maybe a Hudson or something. But it's an old police car. It's a Statesman Super. Wow. I don't know what year that is. I'm going to say about a 1950. If anyone knows, I'd sure appreciate knowing. Oh gosh, this is just something else. It's an old Cushman scooter. A lot of the mailman used to use that. Mailman, I should say. Since the last time I was here, this is all new. None of this was there back in 2010, I believe it was, when I was here the last. Look at this pavilion here. Very nice. Wow. Yeah, 5 cents for colas. I remember the day when you go up to the old Coca-Cola machine, similar to this one, only it had the handle on it, and you would put a nickel in there and pull the handle down, and out would pop or roll out an 8-ounce bottle of Coke. A nickel will not buy you anything anymore that I know of. That old radio is very similar to what my mom and dad had back in 1952. Very nice, very nice. Look at all this stuff here. My goodness. When was this established, this gas station?
1926.
We're inside the gift shop now, and you can see all the things they offer for sale. Like I'm going to buy me a shirt. Looks like they might have a great business here, and I'm all for them. I met the former owner when I was here 15 years ago.
I want to thank you for watching our Gay Parita video on the Lone Road Ranger channel today. I hope you found it interesting and intriguing, especially those who remember the days when it was slower, cheaper, and memorable. We have many more videos to come, and we hope to see you back again soon. I want to thank our editor, Mark, who handles all of the videos, voice management, and in general, everything that goes with putting all this together. Thank you, Mark. This is the Lone Road Ranger saying, ride safe and drive safer. See you again soon.